The Cursed Journey. It was just 2 days before Christmas. The city lights were sparkling, and people were rushing through crowded streets to buy gifts for their loved ones. But in Mr. John's house, there was a completely different kind of hustle. His wife, was packing suitcases while the children excitedly ran around the house. As per tradition, they spent every Christmas in their village. The village wasn't just a holiday destination for them, it was a place filled with memories and their roots. However, this year, everything was going to be different. That evening, while Mr. John was driving home from work, he saw an old woman by the side of the road. She wore a tattered shawl and was trying to wave down the car. John hit the brakes and rolled down the window. "Where are you headed, ma'am?" he asked kindly. The old woman slowly lifted her head. Her eyes were deep, as if carrying a 1,000-year-old secret. "Son, could you drop me off at that street? My feet can't carry me any longer." John nodded. "Of course, hop in." The woman climbed into the car slowly, gazing silently out of the window. For the entire drive, she didn't say a word. But after a few minutes, she took a deep breath and spoke in a soft voice. "Son, you shouldn't go to the village this year." John furrowed his brow. "Why do you say that?" The old woman turned her eyes toward him. "Darkness awaits on the road. If you must go, at least pray and fast. Otherwise, your return may not be possible." John chuckled at her words. "Ma'am, we go there every year. Nothing has ever happened. Don't worry." The woman shook her head slowly, as if carrying the sorrow of a lost battle. When she got out of the car, she looked at John one last time. "I warned you, son. Have a safe journey." John didn't take the old woman's words seriously. He thought she was just someone with superstitions. But when heard what he had said, a strange fear crept over her. "John, maybe we shouldn't go this year," she whispered. "Don't be silly, Everything will be fine." And that morning, the family set out on their journey. The first few hours of the trip were filled with fun and laughter. The children sang songs, excited about what they would do once they reached the village. But as the evening fell, the roads became deserted. Around them were only trees, and no other vehicles in sight. Just then, something suddenly appeared in the middle of the road. John slammed the brakes, the tires screamed, and the children clung to their seats. In front of them stood a woman, the same old woman. But this time she was different. Her eyes were vacant, her lips moved, but no sound came out. She slowly raised her hand and touched the car's window. And then, the engine suddenly stopped. The headlights flickered and went out. A deep silence filled the air. John's heart raced. How is this possible?" he whispered. The woman slowly fixed her gaze on him and said only 2 words, "Too late." At that moment, a thick fog surrounded the car. The fog was so dense that no one could see outside. And then, an ear-splitting scream echoed. Everyone inside the car screamed. But before John could understand what was happening, his vision went black. The next morning, a truck driver found a car overturned by the side of the road. The windows were shattered and the doors were crushed. When he looked inside, his breath caught. There was no one in the car, neither John, nor nor the children. Only an old, tattered shawl was on the back seat, and on the shawl, written in faded, ancient letters, was a single sentence. "Some journeys are never completed.